Hey guys, Tyler Hooks here with J Concepts, and we are going to do a facility walkthrough here at RC1 Racing. We are here for the first time for the NCTS Series opener for 2023, and we're going to show you a little bit of their pro shop area, which is where we're at. We're going to show you the pit area, and then we'll move on to the track. RC1 Racing is a relatively new track. They started off as a dirt facility, and now they are black carpet, which is kind of the most common carpet for United States off-road carpet racing and on-road racing. And RC1 Racing does both off-road racing, as we were doing this weekend, and once a month they also do on-road racing as well. So like I said, here in the facility, we're in their pro shop. Nice selection of our own products here, as well as quite a few other different brands and options. So we'll kind of give you a little overview. They have a little bit of pit area for their own guys here on this side, and then when you turn around, they've got some pit area for the rest of their guys, and you know, all the parts along the walls. They have all the stuff around here, both off-road and on-road, as we talked about. And something that's kind of special and unique to them as well is they make some of their own parts. You know, one of the things that a lot of these carpet track owners like to do is offer a shock tower guard or a shock tower protector, or at least require one when you're racing off-road on carpet, because the shock towers, different shock parts are really hard on the carpet. So these guys actually made their own for all the major brands for off-road, and they're a really nice design, something that's really cool and kind of unique. You can show up here, you don't have to do anything special, basically just put those parts on, put a screw through. So they're kind of doing their own thing, trying to make a solution for, you know, a common problem in carpet off-road racing, and yeah, just doing something a little bit different. So let's move on to the pit area. This is just at the conclusion of our own event here at the facility, so the pits have kind of been cleared out, but we thought we would show you around. They do have a kitchen area here, kind of if you need to do something, eat something. They also have their own concessions inside the area, inside their hobby shop area. They also have this nice little area for a lounge. We've got Brent here hanging out. Look at him, living his best life. And then we move into the pit area, and as racers, you guys all know one of the best things about a pit area is having ample light, and this place has insanely good lighting in the pit area. All the different tables and chairs, everything's super nice. It's super big, there's plenty of room. I think maybe we had one guy pitting outside, but it's because he had his own trailer. Other than that, everybody was here chilling, doing their own thing, plenty of space, and with over 250 entries, that's all you can really ask for. So we'll move on to the track, and then we'll go ahead and conclude this. The RC1 facility, like we said, most of the time it's an off-road track. So we've got the black carpet off-road surface. This was the track for our own race here. So all of the footage you'll see from the weekend, this was the track layout and everything. They've got a really, really nice driver stand. It's pretty tall, especially for the size of the track itself. And on the other side of the track, you'll see where the media guys were putting up their stuff, but plenty of room for that as well. If you wanted to have your own media come to the event, they've got their booth up here for their own race director and their track guys. And honestly, that's pretty much going to conclude our track walk of the RC1 Racing facility. All right, as part of our track walk video, track facility video, we're going to talk to Mr. Mike Hemenek, the owner of RC1 Racing. And obviously, this is not your first rodeo as far as being a business owner goes. What was kind of the idea and the reasoning behind wanting to open up RC1 Racing?
A little bit of a long story. So I owned a motorcycle dealership for 38 years. I was in the hobby in the early 90s, and at that time I actually considered opening a hobby shop, but I was too busy and couldn't do it. So I kind of always wanted to open one, and then along came, honestly, like 2014, I ended up, some personal stuff went on, and then I got back into RC car racing. So I let me back up a little. I raced in 94, 95, and I quit, came back in 2014, started racing again, and then I was able to open a hobby shop. I wanted to start a track, and yeah, and here I am. And it's kind of a semi-retirement plan to work 9 months of the year and have my summers off. And that's kind of the goal of it, but have a facility for people to enjoy.
Yeah, and also, obviously your son races,
Yes.
something that you guys can do together. How has that kind of process been, you know, traveling with your son, but also just, you know, having your own facility and I guess watching all these kids grow up.
Yeah, so that's the amazing part of it is like watching people connect in the sport, not only kids get in the sport and then, you know, enjoy time with their parents and bonding. And I did that with I was able to do that with my son since he's been 9-ish, I guess. And we would travel to a lot of different tracks and racing. And yeah, and then one day, like I said, it became an opportunity to open. And here we are. And now we can enjoy this together and still travel a little bit. So it's been great. It's a great sport and a great sport for parents and kids.
Yeah, so you know, we're doing this interview at the end of the NCTS event. I do believe that this was the largest event for you guys. What was it like, you know, hosting an NCTS event or, you know, just an event this size and kind of just doing something new?
Well, it was amazing, and it was amazing that you guys gave us the opportunity, and hopefully we met all the criteria. We worked really hard, and it's not only me, my staff, which is very small. We have about 4 guys and, you know, 4 good friends that help us put everything together, let alone my wife and my son and Ryan and Will and, you know, a couple other guys, Frank and Chris Hall and some other family RC car guys that helped get this thing together. But hosting the event was amazing, and I think everybody I walked through the pits and tried to talk to everybody, make sure they're having a good time, because first and foremost, I want everybody to have fun, no matter the racing results. I mean, fun is first, and, you know, competitiveness for sure, but no drama, no arguing, no fighting, none of that stuff. You know, just have a good time and hang out with buddies, and the pits are just as fun as racing a lot of the time. So
absolutely. So the last question I wanted to bring up is obviously, you know, I talked about it a little bit when we were walking around, but we showed up to the facility. Obviously, you want shock tower protectors, and that's usually like everybody kind of rolls their eyes.
Yeah.
But you guys offer a solution. And do you guys have any plans for some other of your own products to come out, or is that kind of just your realm?
No, I mean, in the past, to get this thing going, we made a couple of small items just to get the name out there. And it was kind of clues of what was coming. Like we were building, like we made a shock stand, something lightweight, kind of like the TLR foam one, but a little bit of variance of that. And we did some bearing kits, and we did some grease and some small items just to brand the name originally. The shock covers are, you know, just try to protect the carpet as much as possible, because it's a big investment for the tracks all around the world, you know. Carpet is pretty fragile. So, yeah, a lot of people do roll their eyes, but we think we come up with a pretty good solution that they actually don't look that bad. Everybody is like, you know, I get it. They don't want a part that looks ugly, right? So we try to come up with the best possible part. We make some other little, you know, we made a battery tray for the short course trucks to move that in place. A little bit here and there might grow, but it's not going to be, I'm never going to be at J Concepts. I'm on my downward, you know, I don't want to be that stressed out of running, you know, a big business or anything anymore, so.
Yeah, well, thank you for letting us come out here, host this event, do all this stuff. You know, guys, check out RC1 Racing. We had a fantastic time here. We all can't wait to come back, and we'll see you again, as we said, in the next video.